Can somebody explain to me what the fuck is happening? What is this? Mega thread, Foodshops drama, pinned at the very top. Wow, the content well must really be dry, okay? It must really, really be dry. Holy shit.
Truly, this is the dankest dungeon.
Hey, Visual, thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs on Kick. Holy shit, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Thank you. What did I do to warrant an entire mega thread? What the fuck? The most nothing burger, okay? The most nothing burger, boring ass shit. It doesn't even have anything to do with like any of the other orbit like Pisco and not former orbiters like Pisco and shit. It's like what? Hello? Here, I'll just read this. Okay. And I'll tell you what happened, okay? Because I did deal with it in private. Yeah. Wait. Hmm. The fuck you're defending Lolly again? No, my ninja. Somebody made a fucking mega threat for whatever reason. Jesus Christ. Sorry, it takes me a while to chew through my food, okay? This is boring. Do I have other news? I'll cover this really quickly, okay? A few days ago, there are allegations that are worse than pedophilia. There are worse allegations than children. Yes. There are worse allegations than that. Alright? The allegation is brigading and botting the subreddit, okay? My community, you guys are being accused. You guys are standing trial now. You guys are suspected of botting pro Foodshops sentiment in the subreddit. They're placing the blame on my fans. What? Yeah. I'll tell you one thing. I don't believe that. I don't believe it. Okay? That's retarded. Even. We're being framed. Okay? I'm telling you, we're being framed. A few days ago, multiple posts were submitted discussing a recent stream involving Parsec. in which he reviewed clips of Foodshops making comments about watching lolly content. Fears of being attracted to major C# in the context of OCD and statements about wanting and insert word here. You can read it. Foodshops, Radio, and Destiny each joined Persec stream at various points to give their perspectives. And Dan and Mr. Mutin later discussed the situation on their own stream. All the posts about this drama on the subreddit experienced highly abnormal voting behavior. In each case, we observed an initial wave of heavy downvoting consistent with attempts to suppress visibility, followed hours later by a rapid surge of upvotes, consistent with coordinated amplification. Reviewing the post insights, it was unambiguous that the pattern of voting activity violated Reddit's vote manipulation rules. As a result, the affected threads were removed and reported to Reddit admins to ensure at least some discussion of the topic can still occur. This mega thread has been created. It will be pinned for 24 hours and placed in contest mode. These actions are intended to address the influence of coordinated voting on this topic. We recognize that this is not an ideal solution. However, the tools available in Reddit are limited. Allowing coordinated manipulation to determine the visibility of certain topics is not acceptable. We already reviewed this. This is the document made by the anti-fans. So, here's what I'm asking, okay? I'm asking for evidence. The allegation here, okay? The allegation here that what this is saying is there is either somebody or multiple people are essentially using bots for mass downvoting and mass amplification of certain narratives. And the suspicion is on us, okay? My audience. I would like to see some evidence. I want to defend my fans, okay? I want to defend my viewers. I want to defend my community. I would like to see some evidence. So what happened? I messaged Hobbit Follower, and it got a little heated, okay? It got a little heated. We basically argued back and forth for a while, pointing fingers at each other. And ultimately, the gist of the entire thing, and we're good now, okay? I want to clarify, we're good now, okay? We still have no idea who did it, but we're good. All right? However, we did fight in private, okay? And I said that my issue, specifically, is so you don't think an insane PDF jacketing post is getting enough attention. So instead, it's motherfucking stickied, where everyone is forced to look at it to make sure slandering me is successful. You realize what this looks like to me, right? Basically, what I'm saying is somebody is doing something suspicious, where they're justifying pinning a post at the very top of this subreddit to thousands of people, all right, with my allegations and shit in it. Why would... Hello? It's just so fucking weird. Okay? And then to blame... And then to blame my fans. And to blame my fans for either brigading or for botting, okay? Outside of my post today, in my announcements, in my Discord, okay, where I tagged everyone. Outside of that, there is no other... I don't think there is no other tag. Who did we bot? It's this one post, apparently. So apparently one post has been made. I think it's one post. One post has been made about all of this. Okay, maybe somebody can correct me. And then that one got removed and reported to Reddit admins after some activity that I don't know what it is happened on there. Okay. And then this replaced that, and then it got pinned to the top. So the reason why I find that suspicious is because how do you know? How do you know that it was bots. Okay, that's number one. All right, let's just say it was bots. Okay, and you know what? You know what? The reason why I bring this into question is because I wonder if it's genuine DGGers who have downvoted a hate thread about me made in DGG, okay, made on the subreddit, and they're blaming it on bots when in reality, most people don't give a flying fuck. And if you guys scroll down and look at all of these posts, okay, obviously you're gonna have haters and you're gonna have people who defend me, okay? But a lot of people say they don't give a fuck. A lot of people say they don't give a fuck. So what do you think happens when a lot of people who don't give a fuck downvotes a hate thread about me, right? Well, of course it's gonna be downvoted. Of course it's gonna be downvoted. And it's gonna look like a bot attack, right? Of course, right? But instead, what happens? Okay, they don't see the post getting enough traction. Somebody, maybe not, maybe by accident, somebody didn't see the post getting enough traction. Maybe they want to put this out to the mod team instead, and then somebody pinned this at the top because it was not gaining enough visibility. All right. I have no idea whether or not this is an on-purpose slander campaign, an inside job, okay? But I would not be surprised, okay? Considering how there is at least one person in DG chat who claims that they want to push for calling any future employers or any future whatever, all right? Considering how there's at least one person there who does that, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody were to lie in order to get rid of me, okay? That's what's going on, all right? I wouldn't be surprised. It is 100% not a slander campaign or inside job. Well, here's the thing. What the bots are doing, they're claiming that the bots are amplifying pro food shops and downvoting anti food shops. I would like to see evidence of this before you pin anti-fan content on the mega thread. The Persec stream is anti-fan because Persec wants to get rid of me, okay? You know, the person who graped Merc, all right? He wants to get rid of me, all right? And he covered this document, which is an anti-fan document, all right? Going over my old drama, all right? That's why I have an issue with it. I have an issue with this post because you're pinning slander and lies, okay? And lies about me to the very top of the subreddit based off of allegations that you have not yet proven. Does that make sense? You're making an action based off of allegations you have not proven about my audience, aka you guys in YouTube chat and Kick chat, okay? Where's the evidence? Why is my audience being accused of this? We do not have any prior reputation about brigading or botting, period. No reputation regarding malicious behavior. Harassment is condemned, removed, and kicked out, okay? Doxing, blah, 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 all of these, except concerning the anti-fans, okay? But they're different. They're not DG, okay? So I want to know where this reputation of malice comes from, okay? I want to know where this accusation comes from, all right? Is it reasonable to conclude that they pinned a mega thread so people wouldn't make posts about it since it was an active topic, except that it was not? I would understand if they made a mega thread saying, oh, too many people are making posts about it, but that's not true. The stated reason of this mega thread is that they suspect botting behavior or brigading. Does that make sense? I would assume that you're right, except that they made a specific accusation here. I asked Hobbit about it, and he suspects it was my community. Okay. All right. No idea. All right. That's it. That's all I have to say about this. Okay. Nothing more, nothing less. All right. I said to Hobbit that this may be a misunderstanding. I know that I'm pointing fingers around. However, at the same time, you know, I did ask Hobbit for evidence. He has yet to give me evidence. Because he said the mod that brought him this attention is still sleeping. And in addition, he will not give me any names. All right? Because he will not give me any names, I have no idea if it was somebody who is actually able to lie about me, okay? I don't think it was Hobbit himself. I don't think so, okay? But does this seem kind of suspicious? I think it does, all right? I think this kind of feels a little bit suspicious, okay? Just maybe a little bit, all right? But okay. Okay, new accusations, all right? This is worse than PDF accusations, all right? Botting and brigading. Slanderous, I tell you. Did your embed actually get banned on DGG? I have no idea. I don't know. Apparently they ban it and then like they unban it in like 2 seconds for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why they do that, but whatever. Yeah. I think it did get banned. Holy shit. Oh, it is what it is. Okay. Good memes. Okay. All right. Is there anything more I want to say about this? Okay. Oh. I will say the reason why Hobbit Follower and I are now good, okay, for now. All right. I do want the evidence, okay? I still want the evidence of this suspicious behavior. I want it, okay? But Hobbit Follower has agreed to pin these to the top, okay? So there's my response video. My response video, which you guys should all check out, okay? It was made on stream last night. And it would be Persec calling into my stream. So this post isn't even accurate, okay? It wasn't me calling into Persec stream to stir shit up, okay? It was Persec calling into my stream specifically, all right? On a hate campaign, all right? On a hate campaign, all right? Persec, the spearheader of this hate campaign, all right? Who called into my stream specifically to stir shit, all right? I didn't do anything.
Who will rid her of this meddlesome priest?
Visual, thank you so much for the $2. I disavow. Okay, thanks. But, is there any questions? Including any of the misinformation, or if the conspiracies prove true, disinformation from this post. Who knows? I'm just saying. My allegations are pinned at the very top of the thread. Not cool, okay? Alright, cool. As I said before, I don't want to talk about my allegations any more than I do, alright? Than I already do, unless somebody else asked in earnest. I think I've already explained. Should I shut down to Boston? Yes, okay? If it really is one of you guys, please shut it down. All right. I don't think so. I really don't think so. Until evidence is produced, I'm not going to say anything all that much, okay? Until I need to see the evidence first before I scream at my own community, okay? I need evidence. I need evidence. I need evidence, okay? Okay. All right, let's move on to politics. That's it. Good memes, okay? All right. Also, by the way, pretty sure if you guys are worried about my if you guys are worried about my relationship with DGG, sorry, with DG is like okay? But if you're worried about my relationship with Steven, rest assured, it's strong, okay? Okay, we may never be friends, okay? We may never be friends, but considering how Steven's personal friend came on today to verify that Steven does actually compliment me in private, I think that's a good sign. Not a bad sign. I think that's a good thing.
Oh, I hope you have something great to wear tonight, because we're going to a party.
Party?